here with
Coleman Keel.
as we kick off the Pleasant Grove versus Green Canyon football game. Both teams starting off 0-2 as I am trying to pull up the schedule and it will not load. There we go. As Pleasant Grove, last game on the 23rd, so last Friday, taking a pretty big loss to Westlake. Pleasant Grove losing that game 19-45. Green Canyon, on the other hand, as their first two games, starting off 0-2, as I said, both teams 0-2. Green Canyon losing to Provo 27-14, and then losing to Springville the following week 27-9. Both teams obviously not having the best start to the season, especially, well, okay, I keep saying Corner Canyon. I know I'm going to say that this entire game. Green Canyon losing to two pretty good teams as I feel like Provo, because Provo is 4A, I feel like Provo's probably going to take it for 4A as they're probably one of the best teams in 4A. Pleasant Grove not having the strongest season as of right now. Our strongest, I don't even know how to word that.
Strongest performance?
Yeah, thank you. Our strongest performance is probably running, as we've seen passing, we've seen Connor Ybarra be able to get out of the pocket really well. He's really good at the QB scrambles, but at the same time, it is really hard for him to be able to roll out and make a throw on the run. And our running game has been pretty good with Tavake Wolfram, as he is only a sophomore playing varsity, which is crazy. But Coleman, what are your expectations this game for Pleasant Grove and Green Canyon?
Both teams have the opportunity to turn their seasons around going into this game, but whoever loses this has a serious chance to have their season go from a bad start to a worse start.
100%. Whoever wins this game will have their first win on their record. One team, no matter what, will be 1-2, and the other team will be 0-3, as we will see you when kickoff arrives. As here we go to start off the game, as that seems super loud. As I'm going to turn that down a little bit. As that will be called for a touchback. Pleasant Grove going to start on the 25-yard line. Pleasant Grove getting ready to start the offense. Connor Ibarra playing quarterback for this game. As everything is just so laggy right now. As Connor Ibarra is not starting, it is number one. Or not. It is Connor Ibarra. Connor Ibarra to number 88. Oh my gosh, everything is so laggy. To Landon, force point of the sophomore.
Takes it to second down. The yards to go is not working.
As Connor Ibarra hands it off to Devake Wolfgram. As Wolfgram gaining about 5 yards on the play.
Third down for the Vikings, and very short. Call it third down and 1.
As Derek Brenton comes in for number 33, Jenner Baldwin. As Connor Ibarra fakes the handoff, pass to Adam Wright. Adam Wright not able to make the catch. As
the Vikings are going for it. And timeout is called, first of the half, and very early into this game. 11:22 left in the first quarter. Fourth down and 1 on the 29-yard line for the Vikings.
As the Vikings deciding to take the 4th and 1. As Connor Ibarra tries to put Adam Wright in motion. As Connor Ibarra takes it himself. And Pleasant Grove does not convert on the 4th and 1. As Green Canyon is going to start off on the
29.
Thank you. On the 29-yard line. That, I don't know. I feel like it was a smart but not smart decision for Pleasant Grove to go for the 4th and 1, because if in that exact situation they didn't get it, and now Green Canyon has amazing field position.
Having faith in your defense can sometimes come back to hurt teams.
100%. As the quarterback for Green Canyon, number 15, Carter Perry, the junior. As offsides called on the Vikings. Green Canyon takes the 5-yard penalty now, 1st and 5 for Green Canyon.
Couple of unfortunate errors at the start for the Vikings. The pass not making it all the way as Green Canyon runs it to the left side of the field for a pretty decent gain on 1st and 5. The pass on 3rd down not making it all the way to Adam Wright, forcing the Vikings into 4th down, and then the defensive penalty really set Green Canyon up well for a touchdown here.
100%, as Carter Perry did hand that one off to number 34, Sam Selman, I believe is how you say his last name. As Carter Perry decides he wants to hand it off once again to number 3, Micah Jenkins, the junior running back, also plays linebacker.
Late flag comes in on the play.
As flag on the play, ball
at the 21-yard line.
As it will be 3rd and 4 for Green Canyon. As
defensive holding is called, and that will give Green Canyon the 1st down.
Looked like it was on Adam Wright, as he looked confused on what the flag was for.
Puts Green Canyon deep into the red zone. Ball is on the 12-yard line.
As Carter Perry hands it off again to number 34, Sam Selman, as Green Canyon already showing that they love the running play, and it might be I don't know, it's too early to say, but as of right now, it looks like it might be a struggle for Pleasant Grove, as it has been working pretty good for Green Canyon. As Green Canyon singles on the left, twins on the right. Perry deep into the end zone. And not a catch, but a flag on the play, most likely PI. As there's 2 flags on the play. One of the flags I heard is on Dexton Nuttall. The pass from Perry was going to number 0, Bryson Paps. Paps, yeah. I think that's how you say that. I don't know. I'm going to get a lot of last names wrong.
We're offsetting penalties called on that last play. Leaves the ball on the 16-yard line and gives the Vikings another chance to keep Green Canyon out of the end zone.
As Green Canyon lining up in the same formation. As Perry rolling out of the pocket, rolling right. Looks for the pass in the end zone. As number 0, Bryson Paps, tiptoes in to stay in bounds, but not enough to get in the end zone.
That was a good play by the defender to get there just in time to keep him out of the end zone.
Yeah, as Bryson Paps ran a curl route, as at least in college football and Madden, those are hard routes to guard. As now Green Canyon lining up, singles on both sides. Green Canyon running it in.
Called a touchdown by the far side line. judge.
By number 2, Houston
Peremski.
Peremski, yeah. As getting ready to kick the extra point, number 16, Sam Allen, the junior. As Allen's kick is good, making the game 7-0. As Pleasant Grove already off, not to a strong start at all. As, like you were talking about, Coleman, it's unfortunate to see how Pleasant Grove started. I mean, you've already had, what, three, 4 penalties already to start off the game. 3, 4 penalties to start off the game. And then letting Green Canyon start off on the 29-yard line. And they just effortlessly take it in for 7 points, as already Green Canyon showing that their run game is going to be a struggle for Pleasant Grove.
And so far, it's just been easy mistakes to fix. Like jumping off sides, you can fix. You can throw the ball a little harder on that third down that put the Vikings in a tough spot. It's fixable penalties, but it just comes down to whether or not they do fix it.
Yeah, 100%. As Dexon Nuttall not deciding to return that, as that will be a touchback to put Pleasant Grove starting on the 25-yard line. As I don't even know if I want to say this because I don't want to jinx it, but we saw it in the first game where Pleasant Grove gets to the red zone. They're really close to scoring, and they cannot convert. That's honestly probably one of their weakest points right there, is when they get into the red zone. It is so hard for them to convert, and that's one thing they're going to have to fix.
Especially because no team game plans for 26-yard touchdowns.
Yeah. As number 1, Tavake Wolfgang, takes that himself for the angle I'm at. I cannot see the scoreboard, so.
Appears to be a gain of 7 on the play. Yeah, 2nd and 3 for the Vikings.
As Tavake Wolfgang fakes the handoff again, takes it again himself. As Wolfgang breaking one tackle and cannot break the other.
First down for the Vikings.
As Connor Ibarra checking in for Tavake Wolfgram. Ibarra calls to the wall, fakes the handoff, taking himself to the right, fakes the throw. And probably a gain of 1 or possibly none. Barra carves to the ball, hands it off. As number 16, Corbin Robbins, the sophomore, taking it for a gain of about 5. Connor Barra calls for the ball, does not fake the handoff, gives it to Robbins, as
gain of about 1 puts the Vikings in a similar position to how they started this game, except roughly 20 yards further up the field. And as with the first drive, it looks like they are going for it.
As Cohen Vose, number 6, comes in for Corbin Robbins, as Ibarra getting ready to call for the ball, as there's a flag on the play, as it's called for a false start. False start against the Vikings.
And looks like here comes the punt squad for the Vikings.
As Coleman, at this point, I totally agree with what you're saying. How it's those easy mistakes that you can easily fix. It's just a matter of will they fix it, and as of right now, they aren't. As it's just these simple penalties that are holding them back so much. As
whistle is blown before the snap. Sometimes delay of games on punts are intentional, but I think that was just another unfortunate mistake made by the Vikings early in this game.
Yeah, as that punt stays nowhere on the field and goes to the Pleasant Grove sideline on the track.
Green Canyon will start with the ball at the 46-yard line. With a little under 7 minutes, left in the first quarter.
As Green Canyon Twins on the left, Singles on the right. Perry calls for the ball. Hands it off again for a gain of about 2. Or actually probably a gain of about 1.
Viking defensive front showing some signs of life against the Green Canyon rush. Now the big question is, can they keep it up and shut the rush down?
Perry calls for the ball. Hands it off again. As number 3, Micah Jenkins taking that nowhere, as Pleasant Grove defense being able to stop the run game.
Pushed them back by a yard or so.
As that is going to be huge for Pleasant Grove if they can keep stopping. If they can keep stopping Green Canyon's run game, it is going to be a struggle for them, as we've seen Green Canyon throw it probably 2 or 3 times, and the rest of their plays, they just keep running it. They keep running it after running it. As Perry fakes the handoff, gives it to number 2, Houston. I'm not even going to try to say that last name.
Peremski.
As that gives Green Canyon the first down. Starting on the 39-yard line.
It was a great play call by Green Canyon. They realized that the Vikings were honing in on their run and called a pass. Wow. And got the first down that they needed.
As Pleasant Grove letting the running back go nowhere. Number 3, Micah Jenkins. Now Green Canyon is struggling on the run game, as every time the last 2 plays they've ran going nowhere. As Pleasant Grove defense stepping up. As now just a little under 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. As triplets on the right, Singles on the left. Perry calls for the ball. Perry trying to take it himself, can't get out of the pocket, intercepted! Intercepted, going all the way. And pick 6 for number 6, Cohen Vose, the junior. As Pleasant Grove puts themselves on the board now, 6-7.
That was a great play by the Viking defense. They had the quarterback exactly where they had the quarterback in a terrible position, because if he holds the ball, it's a loss of about 4, maybe 5 for their offense. So he tries to get rid of it, and he throws it right to the hands of Cohen Vose, and he's able to just outrun everybody and score for the Vikings.
As that is huge for Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove now has himself on the board trying to tie the game here.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 in what is, frankly, a very interesting formation, to say the least.
As they try to go for 2 and is fumbled by number 34, Ty Cottle, as he cannot hold on to the ball. As why go for the 2 when you could have gone for the extra point and tied the game?
Just like when they went for it on 4th and 1 deep in on their own side of the field. Being aggressive can help you win games, but it can also come back to be the reason that you lose the game. And the Vikings are finding out the hard way how being aggressive can make you lose the game.
As Pleasant Grove is going to get ready to kick it off, number 44, Maddox Webb, as the score now just on the 4-minute mark, as Maddox Webb getting ready to kick it off. Score, Pleasant Grove 6, Green Canyon 7. As Maddox Webb kicks it off as whistles are blown.
I believe a flag was thrown. It's just deep on the Green Canyon sideline.
As coach is not looking too happy. As now Pleasant Grove now kicking on the 35-yard line.
And again, it all comes down to errors in execution for the Vikings so far.
As that kick squabbled it going to number 0, Bryson Paps, as Bryson Paps being able to break one tackle,
but not the rest, as they blow the play dead on the 16-yard line. Flag comes in late on the return by Green Canyon.
Maybe a little bit of unsportsmanlike, because, I mean, from what I could see, it looked like 2 players were just kind of going back and forth for a second.
Personal foul called on the Vikings. That is going to be huge. Gives Green Canyon an extra 15 yards on the return. Brings the ball out to the 31-yard line.
As none of the coaches are happy with that call, as nothing is going Pleasant Grove's way when it comes to penalty-wise. As Perry hands it off to number 34, Micah Jenkins, or my bad, Sam Selman.
Gain of 3 on the play for Green Canyon. Second and 7, ball is on the 33-yard line.
Perry hands it off again. As Micah Jenkins picks up about 5 yards. Now the ball on the 36-yard line, as Green Canyon is loving their run game. As singles on the left, triplets on the right. Perry calls for the ball, fakes the handoff, tries to get out of the pocket and cannot escape. Gets tackled by number 73, Jackson Mortensen, the junior. As Mortensen with a huge sack for the Vikings.
Brings Green Canyon back to almost the original line of scrimmage when they started this drive. It's 3rd down and 9. 4th and 9?
I believe so, yes, 4th and 9.
Well, the punt team is on, so it's probably 4th down.
As the punt going all the way to the 30-yard line, bouncing back. Dexton Nuttall trying to return it. As he is going to get tackled around the 33-yard line.
.145 left in the first quarter. If you're the Vikings, do you try to march down and score at the end of the quarter, or do you try to run the clock out and start again at in the second?
I think you just try to score now. I mean, obviously you want to try to run the clock down as much as possible, give the other team less time, but I think as of right now, Pleasant Grove is losing. You might as well try to be aggressive. And 1:45 is a lot of time to try to run down. As Connor Ibarra, QB, draws and gets it all the way up to the 36-yard line.
Thinks it's 2nd and 5 for the Vikings with under 1:30 left in the first quarter.
As Barr hands it off to Wolfgram. Wolfgram trying to fight for the first down and will just be short. As Wolfgram picking up around 3 yards.
By the body language of the Vikings players, they're just going to snap it one more time and let the clock run out to the second quarter.
As Connor Ibarra calls for the ball. Connor Ibarra looking for an option. No options available as he is going to take it himself. And I believe just short of the first down. Looked like he almost got it.
They gave it to him. First down, Vikings. On the 43-yard line.
Azabar is going to call for it one last time before the first quarter ends. Looking deep to number 88, Landon Forcepointer. As the Vikings getting another first down.
And that will do it for the first quarter here in Pleasant Grove.
As here we go to kick off the second quarter. Vikings starting on the 54-yard line. As not the 54-yard line, as I got distracted by the play as Corbin Robbins not getting much out of that running play.
Running backwards 2 yards.
As Connor Ibarra trying to look for an option, breaks one tackle, rolls out of the pocket, taking it all the way up. Connor Ibarra gets it past another tackle and gets it all the way up to the 20. Gets the juke for an extra yards, as that is huge momentum for the Vikings, as Connor Ibarra fakes the handoff, taking it himself.
Gain of about 3 on the play for the Vikings. Going back to that crazy scramble we just saw, Green Canyon looked like they were going to take him down at least 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he makes a man miss, rolls out, and there was nothing but green in front of him for 20 yards.
Yeah.
Great improvisation.
As Ibarra fakes the handoff, rolls out right. Ibarra gonna take it himself, never mind, throws it deep, and is intercepted. As number 0 for Green Canyon, Bryson Pabst, with a huge interception. As, again, it's probably going to come up a lot. It's those mental mistakes that it has to be fixed, as Connor Ibarra thought he had a wide open guy and
just underthrew the pass.
Yeah.
Similar situation to what happened to Green Canyon earlier this game, where their quarterback was going to go down, so he tries to throw it to avoid the loss and throws it right to a Pleasant Grove defender in this case going right into the hands of Bryson Pabst. As now Green Canyon starts deep in their own side of the field.
As Perry looking for the receiver being number 2, Houston Paramis. I will never be able to say that. As I'm just gonna call him Houston from now on. As Perry getting ready to call for the ball. As Perry looking for the out route. Looks for number 84. As I scored way too far. 84, Drake Briggs.
Great tackle made by number 0, Dexton Nuttall, for the Vikings, as he was really the only near defender that could stop that from being a pretty decent gain to a huge gain for Green Canyon.
Yeah. As Green Canyon going to come out singles on the left, Twins on the right. Perry hands it off as for a gain of about 5. That was a gain about 1. As I'm just completely off when saying what they're gained for, as relying on my color commentator to give me the yards.
It was great effort by the Viking front and by the middle backer to stop that run before it got bad for the Vikings.
If you're within a couple of seconds, is 5 seconds okay? Try to
run for Green Canyon gives them about 3 yards and should make it around about 3rd and 6 now for the Wolves. I can't figure out what animal that's supposed to be.
As I believe it is the Wolves. Yeah, it is the Wolves. Green Canyon Wolves.
Third and fairly long now for Green Canyon. Showing pass, but they might run it right up the middle.
As they did not run it. Perry looking deep. As cannot be caught, as that one will go, that throw going to no man's land, as quarterback looking like he's hurt, staying on the ground on his knees, asking for help up from his running back number 34, Sam Selman, as Perry walking off limping. As look like Carter Perry is okay, probably just an ankle, as he is running it off to the sidelines, as Green Canyon's punt team will come out.
It was a great adjustment made by the Viking defense after the first down by Green Canyon.
As the punt, Dexton Nuttall calls for a fair catch. As the ball will roll all the way to the 17-yard line.
That chair keeps squeaking when I lean. Fittingly, there are 7 minutes and 10 seconds left for the Vikings to drive down here to try to take the lead before halftime. Let's see what adjustments they made on the sideline while their defense got the job done. Empty backfield to start the drive.
As Ibarra puts a man in motion, fakes the handoff, taking it up the middle himself, getting through one tackle and getting tackled by the second.
The Viking sideline unhappy about something they saw on the play.
As that will be enough for Vikings to get the first down. Connor Ibarra fakes the handoff, looking to number 9, Adam Wright.
Solid gain there for the Vikings. About 5 yards gained on that pass. It's now 2nd and fairly short.
Connor Ibarra fakes the handoff, takes it himself again to the right side, going into the Vikings sideline. As it is 4th and 4, I believe.
3rd down.
Oh, 3rd down.
Oh, no, they gave him the first. Great block made by Adam Wright to help guarantee the Vikings first down.
As the Vikings lining up in the same formation, Connor Ibarra fakes the handoff and goes nowhere but backwards.
This is a big loss for the Vikings there. There's a great rush on the end for Green Canyon to cost the Vikings about 7 yards, bringing them back to the 30-yard line. So now you have to wonder what the Vikings are going to do to try to counter that huge loss.
It's Connor Ibarra rolling out to the right. Has Connor Ibarra getting sacked again, but a flag on the play. As the sack number 9, Eli Wheatley, as it looked like.
On the Vikings, block in the back is called and is declined by Green Canyon. As another huge loss for the Vikings has really stalled this drive. They looked like they were getting ready to march down the field on Green Canyon, and now it is 3rd and a mile. The backfield flag thrown. Encroachment on the defense will help cut into the huge loss that the Vikings have taken on the last 2 plays.
As that was a 5-yard penalty. As twins on the left and triplets on the left, twins on the right, as Ibarra looks for number 32. As I keep scrolling way too far, 32, Rocky Wilcox.
On will come the punt team for the Vikings. As that was a great effort by the Green Canyon defense to stall the Viking drive. It started with a couple of great plays to get the ball up to the 42 as the punt is away, and then 2 huge losses by the Viking offense.
Yeah.
With really no counter for just great edge rushing by the Wolves.
As a little fun fact, I think it's pretty cool. We've seen it in the NFL. Just a little side note, the only player on Pleasant Grove, the sophomore, I believe, sophomore Jake Bill's wearing a Guardian cap. As I feel like you don't really see that as much in high school, but I mean, maybe there's just some problems that he has to wear it.
And if there isn't, there's nothing wrong with taking an extra precaution for your safety.
100%.
I know why he has to wear it.
As Perry looking deep to number 2, the receiver Houston Premski.
There's a quick first down for Green Canyon. As now, if you have the ball, you have to be thinking that you're going down and scoring.
Yeah.
Like, they're already up by 1. Another touchdown just puts the even more pressure on the Vikings to start having an offense that can actually go down and score.
100% Carter Perry rolling out to the right. Flag on the play. And Carter Perry absolutely going nowhere as the flag is thrown.
Looks like it will be on Green Canyon. Holding is called on Green Canyon. The Vikings will decline the call, and it will be 2nd down from the end of the play.
Carter Perry calls for the ball, looking deep, and the catch is made as Green Canyon is just rolling down the field on Pleasant Grove as that catch is made by number 1, Cody Edelmeyer. As
that is a well-executed play and a great play call by the Green Canyon coaches to counteract what could have been a devastating holding call.
Yeah.
As now they're set up on the 20-yard line, right on the edge of the red zone, threatening to score again with 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
As Perry decides he wants to hand it off to number 34, Sam Selman.
Big gain for Green Canyon. Gave them 6 yards. And will now make it 2nd and 4 into the red zone for the Wolves.
Singles on the right, triplets on the left. Perry calls for the ball, as Perry will take it himself.
Gains about 2 on the play. Will bring up 3rd and 2 for Green Canyon. Timeout is called by the Vikings with 2:36 left in the second quarter. Wolves on the 13-yard line.
As Corner Canyon, or not Corner Canyon, I told you what happened. Green Canyon getting ready. As Carter Perry tries to fake handoff and goes absolutely nowhere.
Believe another timeout was called. Back now from the Vikings' final timeout of the half. Green Canyon sends on the field goal unit to try to add to their lead and force the Vikings to have to score a touchdown.
As the kick is good.
Barely got off, almost blocked by number 44, Maddox Webb, off of the end. That takes the Green Canyon lead up to 4 and makes it 10-6 now with 2:20 left in the second quarter.
As I do want to say, though, Pleasant Grove, we saw it in the first quarter, used their first timeout within the first 3 minutes of the game. And now they are out of timeouts. Green Canyon still hasn't used one. So if Green Canyon does end up getting the ball before second quarter ends, they can keep using their timeouts to stop the clock and potentially get again in field goal range, potentially scoring again if Pleasant Grove can't convert anything.
It all comes down to those simple errors of execution that have haunted the Vikings all game, with unfortunate penalties and almost dropped passes. as the kick sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Vikings that will start with the ball on their own 20. 80 yards to go with 2 minutes and 21 seconds left. You got to go for a touchdown here to end the half, right?
You have to. I mean, there's no other way.
If you get the touchdown, do you try to go for 2 to make your lead 4, or do you and get back up to 14, or do you just take the PAT field goal and just make your lead 3 and make it so that Green Canyon can only tie it with a field goal and not win it?
I think you take the extra point, as Ibarra is going to throw it and will make the crazy yardage by number 18, Graham Robinson. As going back to your question, I think you take that extra point and make your lead 3, as we saw them try to go for the 2-point earlier to try to take the lead, and it didn't go their way at all, as Ibarra looking it deep again and cannot be caught by number 24, Ryder Huntsman.
That might have been tipped by the middle linebacker for Green Canyon, number 10, Ethan Monk.
Yeah, I think as of right now, Pleasant Grove didn't get the first 2-point conversion they try to get. I think it's still early on. If they score here, I think you go for get the extra point. As Ibarra fakes the handoff, gets out of one tackle and cannot get out of the second tackle, losing yardage, as Pleasant Grove not being able to move anywhere.
Great rush off of the edge for Green Canyon, as once again the Vikings drive started off hot and has since stalled, or has the potential to stall here, rather, with the incredible loss of yards, almost a full 10.
Yeah.
With 1:20 left in the first half. Vikings go 5 wide.
Trying to roll out, roll it deep. And is not caught by number 1, Tavake Wolfgram, as that would have been huge for Pleasant Grove, as the punt team for Pleasant Grove will come out.
And this is, as you mentioned earlier, exactly what Green Canyon wanted. They still have all 3 of their timeouts. They have 1 minute and 11 left, so they'll probably start their drive with a little over a minute left in the first half.
As the punt is almost blocked. As number 0, Bryson Paps, tries to bring it up the field.
Green Canyon will start with the ball on their own 42 with 1:03 left and all 3 timeouts.
And I mean, honestly, that for what Green Canyon has been showing, that's enough time for them to score. Like, with all 3 timeouts plus a minute left, they can do that. They can get in field goal range too.
This could be a huge drive for both sides. Green Canyon trying to give themselves an extra buffer and potentially put it away right here. And the Vikings are trying to keep that from happening. Pickup of 7 by Green Canyon on the out route, as they are just going to let the clock wind down here. Clearly feeling no pressure to try to score.
Yeah.
Already got the lead. They don't need to commit any errors that are going to screw them over later.
Hayden Scram trying to roll out and just throws it into no man's land. As my question is why? Okay, never mind. They're bringing out a quarterback, as they had Hayden Scram playing quarterback, and he's as of Max Preps, he's listed as a receiver and a free safety. As he is still going to be playing quarterback, as about 30 seconds left on the clock. As Scram gets number 27, Jake Bills, to jump off sides.
Again, it all comes down to errors in execution for the Vikings. As really from the start, they've had great moments, but they haven't been able to string enough of them together without some error being made that's given Green Canyon the momentum back.
Yeah. As timeout is called by Green Canyon, the first of the half.
31.7 seconds left here in the second half.
Scram getting ready to call for the ball. Triplets on the right, singles on the left. Looking for the single on the left. Number 1, Cody Eldmeyer.
Great effort to get out of bounds and stop the clock on that play by Eldmeyer. That was really Green Canyon. Bad.
You can continue what you're saying if you want. As Scram calls for the ball, rolling out right. As that throw is just too short to number 10, Ethan Monk.
Leaves Green Canyon with just over 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Gives them a 3rd and 5.
Scram taking it himself as Jake Bills, number 27, being able to make the tackle.
Timeout called by the Wolves with 17.5 seconds left. Ball on the 35 is a tough spot to run an offense with less than a minute left. It's just far enough away that a touchdown might not be in reach, but I don't know if it's close enough for them to kick a field goal. If the Vikings can hold them here, Green Canyon might have to try a very long field goal for the high school level. Actually, it's just a hard field goal.
Yeah, hard field goal in general, as I think maybe even go for it, because I mean 17, if they do stop them and say Green Canyon cannot make the conversion on 4th down, Pleasant Grove has no timeouts to get down the field, so they have to run out of bounds. Scram taking himself to the right, as that catch not being able to be caught, as that it's broken up by number 9, Adam Wright.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for Green Canyon with a little over 11 seconds left.
As it looks like their offense will stay out.
They might be trying for a quick play to get about 5 yards and make the field goal a little bit more manageable. But that's still a really far field goal to have to make.
Yeah, Scram calling for the ball, looking right. As that ball is not being able to be caught by number 0, Bryson Paps.
6.5 seconds left, 3rd and 10. Ball still on the 35. Green Canyon has not been able to do really anything to give themselves better field position for a potential field goal at the end of half. At this point, it's probably worth considering just snapping it and taking a knee, taking a 4-point lead into halftime.
As triplets on the right, singles on the left. Jake Bills pressing up on the right side on the single. Scram looking right. As
gain of about 4 on the play, and a timeout is called by Green Canyon with 2.2 seconds left on the game clock. As now you have to wonder if they're going to go for it and try to score, if they're going to kneel it. It looks like they put on the field goal unit. It's going to be very interesting. He will be kicking from about the 39-yard line. So it'll be about a 48-yard field goal for Green Canyon. Now the home crowd trying to make this already hard field goal even harder. It's up, and it is short for Green Canyon, and that will end the first half. They score a Vikings 6, Wolves 10 at halftime.
still going. Gains first down and more at the 30-yard line. Finally brought down at the 28-yard line.
As here we go to start off the second half. Score being 6-10. Pleasant Grove getting ready to kick it off to Green Canyon as Maddox Webb will kick that one into the end zone for a touchback for Green Canyon, setting them up on the 25-yard line. As Pleasant Grove defense coming out hype, as they are gonna need to make something happen, as their defense hasn't, it's been good, but it hasn't been the best, as they're letting a lot of runs get past them. And I think Coleman, you could probably agree with me on this one. If they want any chance, they need to fix those penalties. They can't get as many penalty calls as they got in the first half.
Yeah, hopefully at halftime they went back and they made adjustments to stop having as many unforced errors and unforced penalties called on them. The snap for Green Canyon is pitched out to the running back. Gets wrapped up and stopped after about a gain of 7, maybe 8 yards on the play for Green Canyon. And if you're the Viking defense, that is not a great start after a first half where Green Canyon could basically run wherever they wanted when they needed to.
Yeah. As Scram still playing quarterback in this half, as he hands it off. As
that'll be a first down for Green Canyon with the ball marked at the 35-yard line. As the Vikings really started this half off not the way that they wanted to, giving up 2 big runs and 15 yards to Green Canyon. Now the snap given to the back, who will be wrapped up after a short gain of about 2 yards for the Wolves. As the Vikings finally force a run, a short run, sorry. Now they just need to string a couple together and try to get off the field to give their offense a chance to come win to go score. Try to keep it close.
As Hayden Scram hands it off and goes absolutely nowhere with the handoff. As that handoff was to number 3, I believe, Micah Jenkins.
Great recovery by the Viking defense. After giving up 2 pretty big runs to start this half, pushing the Green Canyon offense back, as now they have a huge shot to get off the field early in the second half and to go down and score.
Scram's taking himself up the pocket. As
on comes the punt unit for the Wolves.
As Pleasant Grove's defense is doing what I talked about, they have to step up, and they are already showing that they're going to be a tough defense in the second half, already stopping Green Canyon. As in the back to return it for the Vikings is number 0, Dexton Nuttall.
Once again, the Vikings call an early timeout with 9 minutes left in the third quarter, as that one timeout could be huge later in the game if it's close on potentially a final drive to win the game for the Vikings.
100%. This is about the same exact time they called it in the first quarter. As, I mean, we saw it last time. It really kind of, not really, because there was only 11 seconds left, but who knows? They could have maybe made something out of that time if they had timeouts.
You got to wonder what the coaches were seeing on the sideline. They had 11 players on the field in what looked to be a good punt return formation. Maybe something in the alignments or miscommunication. But either way, the Vikings burn one early. As now Green Canyon will get ready to punt it to them.
As that kick going into the track on Green Canyon's sideline.
On will come the Viking offense, who to this point in the game has had great moments, but they haven't been able to capitalize yet on any of them. Their one touchdown coming on a pick six by the linebacker. As now the Vikings will look to put something together to start the second half to potentially give themselves the lead. Snap for the Vikings. Fake the handoff. Quarterback will take it himself. And will get wrapped up after about 3 yards. We'll make it 2nd and 8 for the Vikings. Give them 2 yards on the play. As now the Vikings will need a little bit more to march down the field. Drops back to pass, throws it across the middle, tipped, almost intercepted. But fortunately for the Vikings, it falls incomplete. As now it will bring up 3rd down and long. Give to the back. Will pick up quite a bit for the Vikings, but it won't be enough to pick up the 1st down. They'll leave them with a 4th and 4 on the play, as they will leave the offense on the field from their own 46-yard line. We saw them do a similar thing to start the game, but they needed to go a lot shorter of a distance. Fake the handoff, toss it out, and they will be short again for the Vikings on 4th down, and they will give Green Canyon the ball at the 49-yard line.
As we've seen it a little bit from the Vikings, not being able to convert on that 4th down, and I don't know how I feel about going for the 4th downs, especially in situations like this, especially when you're losing and you still have so much time. And now you just give Green Canyon a way better field position.
Especially from your own side of the field.
Yeah.
If it was if it was on the Green Canyon side, potentially in the red zone, I would understand going for it, but I don't see the logic behind the decision to go for it there.
I don't either. I'm looking deep. And the caught just being barely not able to be caught, as Adam Wright will break that up.
We saw Green Canyon beat the coverage on that play, or on a very similar play at least, towards the end of the 1st half. At that time, fortunately for the Vikings, the pass being knocked away by Adam Wright at what could have been the last possible second.
Yeah, as Green Canyon liking to show deep, and normally when they do go deep, their intended receiver is number 1, Cody Edelmeyer, sorry. As Scram fakes the handoff, goes to number 2, Houston Paramus. As that
gets lit up on the catch and driven backwards. After a gain of about 7 on the play for Green Canyon. As that was a great pass by the Green Canyon quarterback to guarantee a completion to his receiver. That was great coverage by the linebackers for the Vikings, stopping the play from going anywhere aside from right where he caught it. Now it's 3rd and short, drops back to pass, pumps, throws. And it is incomplete, knocked away right at the end by number 23, Isaac Baird. Correction, number 21, Cannon Smith for the Vikings. So now it is 4th and 4 for Green Canyon. And it looks like they will bring on the special teams for what is most likely a punt based on where the ball is.
As it will not be as the offense stays out, but there's flags on the play.
Delay of game is called on Green Canyon. We'll send them back 5 yards.
As their offense is going to stay out. As correction, their punt team will come out now. As the snap is low, but the punt still being able to get off.
Almost blocked by number 44 for the Vikings. Maddox Webb came dangerously close to blocking that punt. So that it will be Vikings ball on the 21-yard line. The defense has shown out in the second half so far for the Vikings. Now the big question is, can the offense come out and lead a drive to score?
I think they can. I mean, they've come out strong in this third quarter, and yeah, like you said, the defense coming out very strong, holding Green Canyon. As Tavake Wolfgram puts number 24, Ryder Huntsman, in motion, as Vake will take it himself.
Barely picking up a few yards on that run for the Vikings. It's about 2nd and 7.
As number 2, Connor Ibarra, coming in for number 33, Jenner Baldwin. Twins on the right, singles on the left. Ibarra fakes the handoff to Wolfgram. Ibarra taking himself on the left and cannot take it anywhere.
We saw this same situation happen in the first half, where the Vikings start with momentum and start moving down the field, and then the edge rush by Green Canyon is not picked up, and it just ends up in the Vikings moving backwards and potentially stalling their drive. It's 3rd and 9 now. Fake the handoff, drops back to pass, rolling out, throws it behind his man. Flag is thrown on the play, as that could be most likely his DPI for Green Canyon. That will give the Vikings a new set of downs. We talk about the Vikings suffering from unforced turnovers, and Green Canyon might be starting to feel some of that. There was really no reason for the defender to engage the way that he did. The pass looked like it was behind the intended receiver.
As Ibarra fakes the handoff to Wolfgram. Ibarra looking deep to number 8. As that is going to be caught. Oh, not caught. As, oh my goodness. Number 8, Ethan Passy cannot. As Ethan Passy cannot hold on to that.
That could have been huge for the Vikings. Potentially another touchdown scored. And instead it is 2nd and 10. Ball on the 38.
Azabar hands it off to number 33, Jenner Baldwin. As Baldwin not being able to really take it anywhere, as our run game has not been the strongest lately. As number 9, Adam Wright checks in for number 3, Derek Brinton. As Ibarra puts Wolfgram in motion. Ibarra looking for number 32, Rocky Wilcox. As that will not be enough for a first down, as Pleasant Grove's punt team will come out. As Pleasant Grove struggling so much on the offensive side this entire game. As honestly, I feel like we're trying to run it a little too much, and it hasn't been working. As number 3, Derek Brinton gets the punt. As number 0, Brian Pabst tries to run it up the field. Gets it about to the 32-yard line.
On comes the Green Canyon offense to attempt a drive against what so far in this half has been pretty good Viking defense, as they stop the run almost immediately. So far this second half, the defense has shown up and figured out a way to stop the Green Canyon offense. The Viking offense just hasn't been able to put points on the board.
If Pleasant Grove can hold Green Canyon to 10 and Pleasant Grove does score again, Pleasant Grove does take the lead, which would be huge. That'd be the first time this game Pleasant Grove does take the lead. As Cam drops the ball, throwing deep. As that catch to number 34 on Green Canyon, Sam Selman.
Really?
Or correction, number 24, Cash Kragoon. Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
Dropping the snap, rushed the quarterback's throw timing on that pass, leading him just underthrowing a go route.
That's Cam looking right.
I was caught for a Green Canyon first down. Key difference so far in this game, Green Canyon will have moments not go their way, and they will find a way to bounce back and turn something into positive yards, or to undo the whatever happened. And so far the Vikings have just had all their drives peter out after a sack or a penalty.
Yeah. As number 34, Sam Selman, cannot go anywhere with that run, as Pleasant Grove's defense immediately making a tackle by number 4, Bo Goodman. Bo Goodman being a linebacker and being one of the captains on the team. As Scram getting ready to call for the ball. Scram looking to the left, looking to his receiver, changing his route as he has him go on a slant and cannot hold on to the ball as refs called a dead ball.
Give him an 8. Give Green Canyon a gain of 8. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
As I totally thought that was a fumble call.
Some of the Viking fans very unhappy with that call.
As Scram hands it off to number 34. Number 34, Sam Selman.
Picks up about 2 yards on the play. We'll make it about 4th and 1 for Green Canyon, as the clock is now under a minute. This quarter has flown by.
As only one timeout being called in this quarter, and it was by Pleasant Grove in just 3 minutes of the quarter. As Scram hands it off. Scram trying to hand it off to number 2, Houston Paramiski.
Get the Green Canyon 1st down. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. So far, the Viking defense has shown up the 2nd half and has been able to stop Green Canyon scoring. The Viking offense just has not been able to go down and score, get a touchdown of their own.
Yeah, and if Pleasant Grove's defense can keep them to 10 points, all Pleasant Grove has to do is score again, and they have the lead just like that. And that puts more pressure on Green Canyon to try to score or get a field goal off. As we will see you in the 4th quarter.
Coming back now for the 4th quarter of play. Vikings, after going 1-12 last season, came in with a whole lot of change from last year. They got a new field, they got a new coach. Things were looking up, and so far, the season has not lived up to expectations. Starting off 0-2.
Scram being able to break 2 tackles in the backfield, as Scram is going to take that just being under the 1st down.
Gain of about 6 on the play.
As if Pleasant Grove were to make that tackle, that would have been huge.
Now it brings up 2nd and short for Green Canyon, as the Viking defense searching for a way to get off the field and to give their offense a chance to go win it, potentially. Down by 4 at the start of the 4th.
Scram calls for the ball. As hands it off to Sam Selman.
Gains very little, might have even lost a yard on that run. It's at 3rd down for Green Canyon.
Just a side note, I'm kind of interested to know what happened to Carter Perry, as he was the starting quarterback to start this game, as we did see him get hurt. I don't know if it was his ankle, and I don't know if that's the reason they're not playing him anymore. But Carter Perry was going off strong for Green Canyon, as that probably hurt the defense or the offense a little bit, as Scram trying to look for the intended receiver, number 2, Houston Perimsky. Sorry. I'm keep saying it
There
wrong
was a
every time.
flag thrown on that play. A face mask is called on the Vikings. That is going to give Green Canyon a first down. As that could be huge. Green Canyon now in field goal range, looking for anything to add to their lead to make this that much further out of reach for the Vikings. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Scram calls for the ball. This snap is low, as the Vikings defense is going to bring down Scram.
Going back to what you were saying about the quarterback situation for Green Canyon. Carter Perry getting hurt in the first half. Injuries are always unfortunate, especially this early into the season. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
Him going down seems to have stalled most of Green Canyon's momentum until very recently.
Scram calls for the ball, looking right. And that pass is broken up by number 9, Adam Wright. Adam Wright has been doing very good on defense, breaking up multiple deep passes, as he's probably broken up 3, maybe 4 now. And now just breaking up that, saving Pleasant Grove.
It's been a huge part of the Viking defense, especially in the second half. The senior, one of the captains of this team, makes a huge play there, brings up 3rd and 12 for Green Canyon. Just under 9.5 left to play in the ball game.
As Scram looking for an intended receiver and not being able to get caught, as Pleasant Grove being able to break up all of these important passes, as it looks like the field goal unit for Green Canyon now is going to come out.
This is where that face mask penalty on the Vikings could be the deciding factor of this game.
Yeah.
Green Canyon looked like they were stalling on this drive until that play puts them in field goal range, even losing a couple yards on the ensuing downs.
As number 20, Jackson Calderwood takes the field goal and is good to add 3 points to Green Canyon's lead. Now Green Canyon leading by 12?
7.
7. Whoa, I don't know where I got 12 from. I have no
Vikings.
idea where I got 12 from.
The Vikings needing a touchdown now to tie the game and send it to overtime. Hopefully, the Viking offense can go down and get that touchdown that they need. With just under 9.5 minutes left in the game. Slight feeling that it's now or never for the Vikings.
100%, as they need a miracle for their offense, as their offense hasn't been able to do much. Also, I feel like one of the biggest factors, as Dexton Nuttall is going to let that be a touchback to start on the 25-yard line, I feel like Connor Ibarra is rolling out too soon. And he's shown that he's really good at throwing it on the run or even just taking it himself. But he has to trust his O-line, and his O-line is good. Like, they're showing that he can get him a lot of time. I think he's just rolling out too soon.
And Green Canyon's been good, had good moments today at getting the pressure to the quarterback. As the snap is taken, fake to the back, looking to pass, throwing, looking deep, as it is dropped by number 24
Ryder
on
Huntsman.
the Vikings, Ryder Huntsman, as that play could have been huge to start the drive. Would have given the Vikings a lot of momentum. Makes a snap, drops back, looking to throw. The pass is incomplete.
By number 88, Landon, fourth pointer.
It is now 3rd and 10. And the Vikings really struggling to get anything going on offense so far. Needing a touchdown to tie the game.
Ibarra taking it himself. As Ibarra getting a hard hit.
After gaining only a yard or two on that run. And just like that, looks like the punt team will come on now for the Vikings. That drive going the absolute wrong direction for the Vikings offense. Needed a touchdown to tie the game. End up going more east and west than north to south.
Yeah.
Now they have to punt it back to this. The punt is away and it will bounce and will be down at the 47-yard line. Green Canyon will start with the ball. With a little over 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Green Canyon now with a chance to really put this game out of reach for the Vikings. Hand it off up the middle. That will be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Great surge by the Viking defensive line to stop that run.
As Connor Ibarra was limping off the field. Looked like it might have been his left ankle.
He's being checked out on the sideline by the medical staff. With the whole team gathering around him, showing their support for their quarterback. As that could potentially be huge if the Vikings get a chance to go down and win it late in this game.
As Connor Ibarra is now walking on it. Seems like he is okay as number 3 for Green Canyon, Micah Jenkins.
Gain of about 3 on the play. Makes it 3rd and 7 now for the Wolves. This is a huge moment for the Vikings. A chance to get Green Canyon off the field and to give their team another chance to go down and win after the last drive ended before it really began. Snap for the Wolves, throws it out. It is caught by number 1, Cody Edelmeyer. He will be short of the first down line for Green Canyon. It looks like they will leave their offense on the field for 4th and 3. What do you think is going on the Green Canyon sideline that they're trying to go for it with the lead? pretty far into the fourth quarter.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, we saw it from Pleasant Grove, too, when they did the same exact thing as Scram trying to get Pleasant Grove to jump off sides, and they didn't jump now. Scram looking at his coach, trying to figure out an offense as now there's a flag on the play. As
delay of game called on Green Canyon. The attempt to get the Vikings to jump did not work. And now on will come the punt team to kick it away. Well, great job so far this second half by the Vikings defense. Really shutting down Green Canyon, only allowing them a field goal. The Viking offense just has not been able to start anything against an electric defense by Green Canyon, as the punt bounces at the 15 and takes a Viking bounce, going almost out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Now, can the Vikings put a touchdown drive together to try to win the game?
As, yeah, Vikings need something here, especially if they keep moving it down the field. If they can move it down the field and they don't end up converting on a third down or fourth down, it will probably give Green Canyon just enough time to be able to run it down. As Connor Ibarra looking to the right, gives it to Wolfgram. Wolfgram being able to find a gap. Wolfgram taking it all the way to the left side, taking it all the way to the Vikings sideline as
tackled at the 33-yard line. What a run and a great first down.
Wolfgram being able to find a gap, and we've seen that quite a bit from him in the last few games, where he's able to slither through the defenders and find a gap.
A timeout is called on the field. Not sure who called it, as now the Vikings having a little bit of momentum on their side, trying to figure out a way to march down and win the game. Injured player for Green Canyon on the Vikings sideline, as the medical staff for Green Canyon had to run the width of the field to treat him.
As number 0, Bryson passed. Hopefully he is okay, as he was on the Pleasant Grove sideline for quite a while.
That is another unfortunate injury, especially this early in the season, as both teams have had injury concerns, both quarterbacks at one point being hurt. Green Canyon playing with an entirely different quarterback than they started with.
Yeah.
As the shovel pass leads to a huge gain for the Vikings.
By number 24, Ryder Huntsman.
We show you a replay of it. That was great timing to call that play by the Vikings. Almost all of Green Canyon's defense had committed to stop the run to the left side of the field. As you throw out, makes a man miss. Another big gain. The Vikings are picking up some steam late in the fourth quarter on what could be a game-tying drive to send it to overtime. Now the ball on the 42-yard line.
Barra crosses for the ball, fakes the handoff, looking to throw to Ryder Huntsman. Nabarra taking himself. As the ball, he's going to take it to the left. Take it all the way to the 20, take it on the sideline.
Was tackled at the 3. What a great run by Connor Ibarra to put the Vikings deep in the red zone. 1st and goal from the 3.5-yard line. Penalty on the play called on the Vikings, and that is devastating to any Vikings fan. A huge run wiped off the board by an offensive foul, as the Viking fans unhappy about the call and letting the officials know. 2nd and 22 now for the Vikings. 2nd and 12 for the Vikings.
Ibarra calls for the ball. Ibarra taking it himself again, or correction to Vake Wolfgram.
There was a holding call on the Vikings, wiped away an incredible run that put the Vikings at the 2-yard line. Now it's 3rd and 5. Can the Vikings replicate the magic they just had in crunch time of this game? Fakes the handoff, drives, cuts outside, slides short of the line to gain. It's going to be 4th and 1. You have to think the Vikings are going to go for it. They went for it. They went for it on 4th and 1 in their own side of the field to start this game out. Now needing a touchdown deep into the fourth quarter after an unfortunate holding call. Wiped away a huge gain. Empty backfield.
Ibarra puts Rocky Wilcox in motion. Ibarra taking himself, getting the first down. Ibarra breaking a tackle. And now a flag on the play.
Great running by Ibarra to give the Vikings a first down again as the flags fly at the end. Waiting for the call. Green Canyon called for the foul with just under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. As now the Vikings set up in the red zone at the 18-yard line with a chance to tie the game.
Ibarra fakes the handoff for Ibarra, looking right. Fakes the throw, Ibarra getting past one tackle.
Gain of about 1, maybe 1.5 yards on the play. Gives the Vikings second down and about 9 in the red zone. With 3:05 left. Ibarra flips the play. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, throws, is incomplete. Makes it 3rd and 8 now for the Vikings.
As Pleasant Grove needing a touchdown here. If they don't convert, that pretty much, unless Green Canyon makes a mistake, seals the game. But it would be pretty easy for Green Canyon just to run down the clock. As Connor Barra gets a man to jump off sides. As number 88, Carter Marshall, jumping off sides.
That drastically changes the play call. It goes from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 3 now for the Vikings. Set up on the 11-yard line. As this play could potentially, not potentially, it could, this play is going to be huge for the Vikings.
Ibarra taking himself for a QB draw.
Takes the option, does not pitch it to the running back, and loses yards on the play. Makes it 4th and long. And there's no question the Vikings are going for it. You need a touchdown with less than 3 minutes left, down a timeout. You have to score a touchdown. Or at the very least, you have to get a first down on this play for the Vikings to still have a chance at winning this game.
That's 4th and 6 now for the Vikings. Connor Ibarra calls for the ball, rolling out to the right. Connor Ibarra looking in the end zone. And he's caught for it. Down. Ryder Huntsman.
Show you one more time. Ibarra rolling out to his right, throws it to the goal line. Couple yards short of a touchdown, but it was good enough for a first down for the Vikings. Now that is huge. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line with 2 minutes left to play. Needing a touchdown to tie it.
As Wolfgram kicking himself and just
short of the goal line by about a half yard. As now, if you're the Vikings, you got to be thinking just run it 3 times and try to score. There's no need for you to pass in this situation. Snap taken by Tavaka Wolfgram. Still pulling bodies off the pile. Looks like they're marking him short of the goal line for the Vikings. 3rd down and goal from the 1 with less than a minute left in the game. Timeout called by the Vikings with 44.9 seconds left. Needing a touchdown to score in the 4th quarter. Coming back now from the Viking timeout. Ball on the 1, 3rd and goal, down by a touchdown. With 44 9/10 of a second left in the game. The home crowd showing their support for their team. Has not been the best of games so far, but all of that could be wiped away if they can manage to get this 1 yard. And a flag comes flying in false start on the Vikings. And that could do it. That takes it from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6 now for the Vikings. Still 44.9 seconds left. But that has to take the wind out of your sails a little if you're the Vikings.
100%. As Connor Barra fakes the handoff, looking for Rocky Wilcox. And it's caught for Rocky Wilcox.
Touchdown Vikings. Great ball by Connor Ibarra to Rocky Wilcox as we show you it one more time. Put it right where his receiver couldn't get it. Rocky Wilcox high points the ball, brings it down. Touchdown Vikings. 13-12 now. And you got to think they just take the extra point.
You have to. There's no point in trying to go for 2.
Going for 2 is all risk, no reward. This is a huge PAT on the right foot of the kicker.
As the kicker for the Vikings, number 97, Aiden Carrier.
It's blocked at the line. Huge play by Green Canyon, blocking the PAT with 40 seconds left. As it looks like a flag came in, the officials are getting together and talking on the goal line. This could be on Green Canyon.
I think so. If it is on Green Canyon, most likely yes.
If this is on Green Canyon, there's a chance Pleasant Grove gets another try at the PAT.
Yeah, I got the right one.
Still waiting for the call. By the officials. After the play called on Green Canyon, the Vikings will kick off from the 50. I have no idea what just happened. It looked like the Vikings were going to get a chance to re-kick the extra point. Instead, it's a 5-yard penalty on Green Canyon after the play. And now the Vikings will need to get an onside kick and potentially kick a field goal as a timeout is called by Green Canyon. What in the world just happened?
Wow.
That is heartbreaking for the Vikings. March down, score what should be the game-tying touchdown, get the PAT blocked, and then a penalty flag comes flying in. You think you get a chance to re-kick the PAT. Foul occurred after the play. So now the Vikings need to recover an onside kick with 40 seconds left in the game. And all they need is a field goal to win. But this is a huge onside kick. Green Canyon obviously aware of what the Vikings are going to do here. Really, there's no other choice for Pleasant Grove but to kick an onside kick rather. So a timeout is called again.
I mean, if say we get this onside kick, if we do end up retrieving it and it goes our way, we really only need 1 to maybe 2 plays to get in field goal range. And if they can get it and get in field goal range, that gives them the lead if they make it.
That's a big if, though. There's 40 seconds left with 1 timeout. If you recover the onside kick, you'll probably have 30 seconds left in the game. Granted, you'll probably have the ball at around the 30, the 40 at the closest, or at the farthest for the Vikings, rather.
As Pleasant Grove needing a miracle.
Needing a miracle late in the game. On the foot of Maddox Webb. Number 44 for the Vikings. Whistles, timeout taken by the Vikings before the kick. Now if you recover and you're the Vikings, you have to just get out of bounds in maybe 2 plays.
Yeah.
Get as close as you can. And then that's still a far field goal. Even if you get it to the 30, a 47-yard field goal is still really far, especially at a high school level.
Yeah, 100%.
There's not a lot of hope left in the stands and on the sidelines. But sports are built on miracles. Can the Vikings get one late in this game, trailing by 1?
As whistles are blown again.
This onside kick has the most anticipation to it ever. I believe timeout was called by Green Canyon.
As now both teams not having any timeouts left.
This is where that 2-point conversion on the pick 6 in the first half by the Vikings is huge.
Yeah.
They just they kick it at that point, and you're tied 13-13 right now. And you can just kick this out of the end zone and trust your defense.
As
Now Maddox.
Nothing right now going Pleasant Grove's way.
Now Maddox Webb will again attempt to kick the onside kick for the Vikings. It is recovered by Green Canyon, and that will just about do it. Up by 1. Vikings having no timeouts. 35 seconds left on the clock. 39 seconds, rather.
Green Canyon just has to QB kneel.
Wait, is it 39 seconds? Yeah. Okay.
That both PATs by the Vikings proving to be huge, as Green Canyon will kneel it to close out this game with a victory. The failed 2-point in the first half and that blocked PAT in the second half really being the deciding factors in this game. As if you convert just one of those, potentially you win, or at the very least right now it's a tie game and we're going into overtime. It's just an unfortunate way for the season to start for the Vikings. For Green Canyon, a really great opportunity to stack onto this win, to build onto it, and to maybe turn your season around.
Yeah. As we talked about it quite a bit this game, it's those simple mistakes and all of those penalties that went on us. And like you said, the 2-point conversion, if they would have just kicked the extra point, this would have been a different game. And if that kick did not get blocked in the second half, it would be tied, and like you said, not potentially be going into overtime.
If you get the 2-point conversion at the first half, it's 14-13 right now, and you're celebrating a win.
Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. You can't change it. Pleasant Grove putting all of their effort into this game, and it was such a close game. It just a heartbreaking way to end it, as Pleasant Grove is gonna need to figure something out going into next week during practices. As Coleman, do you have anything else you would like to say? No, okay. As I'm trying to load back onto Max Preps real quick. I'll just do it on my phone. But Pleasant Grove, again, really just nothing going our way. And honestly, I still think it's not the smartest idea for Connor Ibarra, I feel like, to be rolling out as much as he does. I mean, he's good at it, and he's shown that he's good at it. It's just the fact that he still has so much time in the pocket that he could be using that time and probably be making more out of it, as Pleasant Grove will be going into next week's game playing Maple Mountain at 7 p.m. I believe it is at home, as well as
for Green Canyon, their next game will be at home versus Stansbury on September 5th at 7.
As I'm trying to load onto Maple Mountains, I believe they are 1-2.
0-3.
As they are. Oh, they are 0-3. So next week's game will be Maple Mountain versus Pleasant Grove at home for Pleasant Grove. Both teams going into that game being 0-3. Pleasant Grove needing to figure something out for next games, especially on the passing and running wise. Just kind of all over. The defense stepping up in the second half today for the Vikings, which was huge. It's just all those mental mistakes and simple mistakes that we have to fix. As for the final time today, I'm Zane Grothy.
I'm Coleman Keel.
And we will see you September 5th, 7 p.m. for Pleasant Grove versus Maple Mountain.
going. Gains first down and more at the 30-yard line. Finally brought down at the 28-yard line.